And white people is a father-child relationship. We think of ourselves as weak, powerless against the white man. We see him as the source of gifts, the source of blessing. He gives us the jobs, he gives us the protection, he gives us the food, he provides the water, he provides the housing, he provides this, he provides that. You see? And we also think because we're weak, we cannot go directly against him to destroy him, even though he hurts us, even though he degrades us, even though he frustrates us, even though he enslaves us and discriminates against us. We still don't quite get up the drive to say, well, I'm going to destroy this person who degrades me and who is destroying me. Because we feel as if we need him in some kind of way, that we can't live without him. He also tells us that you suffer because you have a different color. You suffer because you have a different kind of shaped nose. You suffer because you have a different hair. You suffer because you come from Africa. You suffer because you don't look like me. And what do we go for then? We say, well, if I want to get out of this suffering, then I should be as much like him as possible. As a matter of fact, if I get so much like him where he can't tell the difference between me and himself, he won't punish me anymore. I will no longer be, what? A victim. So therefore, we are motivated then to come outside of ourselves, to move toward the person that is destroying us and victimizing ourselves, hoping that if we can get them to love us, and if we can show them how much we love them, and if we show them how much alike we can be, we can get them to not see us as colored. You know, look at me, don't look at me as a black person, look at me as a person. You know, to abstract us. In other words, in order for other people to love us, they must not see the blackness of our skins. They must see some kind of invisible abstraction before them. True love is a person who sees you for all of your blackness and your big lips and your big nose, and you kick your hair and still does what? Loves you. If they got to remove your hair and they can't see you standing before them as a black person, they don't love you, ladies and gentlemen. For a person to say, I don't see you as black, how can you not see me as black? I'm standing right in front of you. But this is the kind of thing we want these people to do, to abstract who we are. And therefore, if we become a distraction, that means we leave who we are. We have to come outside of ourselves. That's why we want to be educated with them and educated like them and so forth. We want to not identify in any way with Africa, African people, because to identify with Africa and African people is to suffer. So consequently, we even come to hate ourselves and come to hate our people and come to love the people who destroy us, but it's an unhealthy kind of love. We come to resemble those people. We want to take their values and their orientations toward life. And when they accept us, we escape from our self-hatred. And therefore, we look as if we look for their love to take us outside of ourselves as a people. So consequently, even when we don't love them, when we love even within our own group, we still often look for a kind of love that will take us outside of ourselves, which means then we become false and unreal and untrue and dishonest and deceptive, unknowing. And how can you develop then a beautiful household and beautiful children and a beautiful community with a love based on this kind of hatred?
The IMGA Media Group would like to welcome everyone back to the new Rush Hour 2.0. And of course, I am your host, Grand Marquise, live from one of the newest sources in the world of North America. How y'all doing, man? Yeah, this is the new improved Rush Hour 2.0 podcast, man. And I thank y'all for tuning in right now. Coming live at you from North America, man. And we got a few things that we need to talk about. Some serious things going on in the world, man, and I think my people need to know about this, man. You know, this is actually for the conscious-minded people that have open minds, you know what I'm saying? No closed minds allowed on this podcast, man, because these are some serious things that we are talking about here, man, and, you know, I think it's time for a lot of our people to wake up on this planet, man, and realize what type of bondage that we are actually in, man, and the things that's happening to us, not only over here in America, man, but over in other parts of the world, man, and parts of Africa. You know what I'm saying? But right now, man, we got a couple of local things to talk about, man, and just a taint of worldly things that has happened. First of all, man, here in Nashville, Tennessee, the Good Ole Boy State is what I call it.
Good evening. A series of scandals involving Metro Schools Director Dr. Sean Joseph may have him and the school board getting ready to part ways.
And one of Joseph's most vocal defenders on the school board is ticked and calling it quits.
It was a momentous day in the ongoing controversies uncovered by News Channel 5's chief investigative reporter, Phil Williams. Phil.
Well, one way or another, the future of Dr. Sean Joseph may be about to come to a head, with the school board scheduling a vote on whether to fire him, and Joseph himself now signaling he's ready to talk about a potential buyout of the last year or so of his contract.
I take very seriously the allegations of misspending.
After almost a year of contentious school board meetings,
Sean, you have lied to us over and over again.
Serious questions about how Dr. Sean Joseph spent Metro Schools' money.
There's no name calling because it's all in the report.
And a damning HR report warning that the district faces a morale crisis that threatens the ability to attract and keep good employees. School board member Anna Shepard filed notice Monday that she wants a vote in 2 weeks about terminating Joseph's contract. In a statement, Shepard said, "This is a very difficult decision to make, as I had high hopes when we hired Dr. Joseph." Vice Mayor Jim Schulman says it had become obvious tensions were building.
Somehow this was going to have to resolve itself, and it's sort of resolving itself right in front of us right now.
Instead of getting into the accusatory notion, if I may finish, if I just may finish.
She's still talking.
The latest move came after a board retreat on Friday. News Channel 5 was the only news organization there when the board, at the end of a lunch break,
Take your microphone, all your stuff.
suddenly voted to go behind closed doors to get advice from a Metro lawyer. Joseph showed up and briefly entered before being told the meeting was about him.
We have a Metro Nashville Public Schools director by the name of Dr. Sean Joseph that's been going through a lot of transitions, man, with Nashville Public Schools, man. He's, of course, African-American, man, one of the first officials, man, in Metro Public Schools as a director. Tennessee state officials identified that Metro Public Schools Director Sean Joseph violated state rules by so-called failing to report and carry out discipline in the district of inappropriate conduct, in which would issue a warrant in a result attempt of Mr. Joseph's license suspension. Allegedly, man, one Metro Schools employee was charged with multiple sexual allegations, and also another employee stated that Mr. Joseph texted a student telling her that he had some type of obsession with her, and another was under the influence of alcohol while currently on duty, according to the notice sent to Dr. Sean Joseph. We all know what's going on, man. The actual local people in Nashville, Tennessee, that has been following this thing, man. Again, this is a Aboriginal man, in quote, African American man. He's the Metro Schools director, man, and ever since this man has been in office as the director, man, these people here, man, have been giving this man a very, very, very hard time. You got a lot of people, man, that's also on the inside, man. It's just literally, man, trying to cut the man's head off, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us know why some of these things are happening to this man, why he's, the school, Metro Schools director, man. Tennessee, man, has a very, very, very crazy history, man. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of y'all need to really go do some research, man, to find out about the state of Tennessee. Goes way back, man. That's why I say the Good Ole Boy State. Of course, they call it the Bible Belt State, man, but I don't think it's nothing Bible about this state, man, because, man, it's a lot that goes on here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes on under the rug here or whatnot, man. So, kind of reminds me, man, of back when the Tennessee Titans first came to Nashville, man, and you had a lot of the players like Steve McNair, Eddie George, Javon Curtis, and, you know, it's kind of like, man, you know, these rich athletes or whatnot, man, you know, they doing their thing in the city, man, and, you know, you had a lot of the Metro police officers that used to follow them around and stuff like that, man, and pull them over all the time and stuff like that, you know, because, you know, it's kind of like they hate to see young black men, successful young black men with money, man, and nice things or whatnot, man. So you know how that story goes. Also, man, you know, I like to touch on a few more other topics, man, and talk to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? This is grown and sexy, man. You know, we're gonna keep this podcast grown and sexy, man. Like I said, it's completely open, man, to the open-minded. I'm just here to make you think about a lot of things logically, man. You know, we miss out on the truth out here in this world, man, on a lot of things because we don't open ourselves up and really take a good look at what you're actually looking at, man. And that goes from like television to everything, man. So, but back on subject, man, you know, another topic, man, which occurred here in Nashville, Tennessee.
This breaking news just in. The suspect wanted for dragging a Metro police officer behind his ATV downtown is now in custody. The U.S. Marshals Task Force just arrested Walter Moss II up in Springfield. Right now, we're told he will face 3 felony charges and 3 misdemeanors. All right, this arrest comes right as the officer who was dragged gets back to work.
As police continue to look into it, News Channel 5's Sina Saleem has more on how he's doing today.
It all happened so quickly.
A beautiful Saturday turned into chaos as a swarm of ATVs and dirt bikes took over Broadway. Sergeant John Bork found himself in the crossfire.
I was trying to catch up with the hit-and-run ATV, not the one that hit me. Two different people.
As he ran to catch one ATV driver, another driver slammed into him and he was dragged into the metal barriers.
I do look at it and go, how am I not still in the hospital? Because it just looks horrendous, and it didn't feel good when it happened.
He suffered minor injuries and says his left knee is still swollen, but he knows it could have been much worse and is just focusing on his recovery.
Good to be back in the office and getting back to normal.
Metro Police spokesperson Don Aarons says they received more than 50 tips from the community on this incident and found many involved weren't even locals.
We know that a number of persons who took part in this over the weekend were not from Nashville. It appears some people hauled their ATVs here in pickup trucks and actually stayed in temporary housing, including short-term rentals.
And they have a few leads they are looking into. Sina Saleem.
A Metro Nashville police officer by the name of John Borkett or Borkue or something like that, if I'm pronouncing this last name right. It states that Metro Nashville police officer John Borkue was injured during an accident when multiple bikers flooded the downtown Nashville district area when an ATV driver ran him over and proceeded to operate as the officer jumped onto the moving vehicle. Officer Borkue was treated for minor injuries at a local hospital and soon recovered as a result of his injuries. A second officer was also treated for minor injuries on the scene. Man, you know, this is another thing too, man. You know, you got these police officers around here, man, you know, that want to be superheroes and play these extra acts and these extra parts, man, instead of simply playing a part as a police officer, man. Now, let me ask you this. Why would you jump onto a moving vehicle that's moving at least 35 to 45 miles per hour, man? You know what I'm saying? In this particular, you know, I saw the video, man, and this particular officer, man, he trying to, you know, win a strike for the team, man, and put on in front of these people, man, you know what I'm saying, that's downtown in that district or whatnot, and end up, the situation didn't go well. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting slammed into one of the guardrails along Broadway downtown in Nashville, you know, where they kind of safeguard when people are walking down the streets of Nashville. And so, my opinion, man, I feel like this police officer got what he asked for, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you got a lot of things going on in this city, man, right now, man, because, you know, you got the gentrification act going on, man, where people are being pushed out of their original hometowns and stuff like that, man, or neighborhoods, and everything is being, you know, taken over by those with long revenue, man, and long, you know, capital, man. So, you know, it's just a lot of stuff going on. You got a lot of people that's coming from all over the world to the city of Nashville, man, and most times, you know, people that comes to another city, man, they bring the lifestyle with them, man, from whichever city they come from. So, you know, expect the unexpected is what I say, man. And, you know, these police officers, man, here, you know, they a lot of them are bold, man, and a lot of them, man, you know, ex-military, man, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just a lot of mess, man, but you know what I'm saying? Anybody with some common sense, man, would know not to jump on a moving vehicle, man, that's moving at rapid speeds like that, man. So I think that, you know what I'm saying, he got exactly what he deserved, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got a lot of things going on in this city, man. You know, I advise all of my people, man, Aboriginal people, to actually do for self, man. You know what I'm saying? Do what you can to start your own business, man. Do what you can to, you know what I'm saying, try to build yourself up, man, because that's what time it is right now. It's to do for self, man, and develop economically, man, amongst our people, man, because if not, man, it's not going to look too good. Next subject, man, I want to get to is, I want to send a shout out, man, to Derrick Henry, current running back of the Tennessee Titans, man. He showed love, man. Tennessee Titans running back Derrick Henry teamed up with NFL draft prospects Nick Bosa and Josh Allen and Dwayne Haskins for a huge Dress for Success surprise, man, for 10 young black kids at the Andrew Jackson Boys and Girls Club here in Nashville. That was a really cool thing. You know, I think he's one of many, or one of just a few, let me say that, to reach back to that kind of area, man. You know what I'm saying? To, you know, inspire, you know, young black African American kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of players, man, you know, if you take a good look at some of the 360 commercials or whatnot, man, it's like, you know, it's always other ethnic groups, man, that's being catered to, man. You know what I'm saying? I just think a lot of these athletes, man, need to really start, you know, giving back to like certain communities and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And showing love in them communities, man. Cause them dudes, they had complete smiles on their faces, man. That's what these kids need out here, man. You know, they need, you know, people to look up to, man. People that's gonna serve in their best interest, man. So, shouts out to Derrick Henry for that, man. Also, man, I want to get with y'all, man, you know, on health and nutrition, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we living in a crazy time right now, man, to where a lot of foods, man, are GMO chemical foods, man. You know what I'm saying? Which means, you know, these foods are not real, man, that you buying out the grocery store, man. You know, from your meats to your fruits. Let me give you an example.
We're streamlining regulations that have blocked cutting-edge biotechnology, setting free our farmers to innovate, thrive, and to grow. Oh, are you happy you voted for me? You are so lucky that I gave you that privilege.
Health Department inspectors have allegedly found human meat and horse meat in the freezer of a McDonald's meat factory, as well as they had recovered several trucks loaded with human and horse meat. And destination of these trucks was those fast food restaurants and hotels where we enjoy burgers and other fast food items, as per trusted sources. After inspecting factories and restaurants across the United States of America, Health Department has found human meat in 90% of all locations.
You know, I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country. And we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own, and we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets. And the people, they eat it for breakfast, they eat their children for lunch. And, you know, us Jews, you know, we got to do what we do. The most important thing to remember between you, Pastor Wickstrom, and me, Rabbi Aby Finkelstein of New York, that we both have two fathers, and so that's why we look at the world in two different ways.
Man, so this is why I'm doing this podcast, and so y'all can use logic, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything that comes from the earth, man, comes with a seed that's rooted into the surface of the planet, man, in order for it to grow. So how can you grow something without a seed? You know what I'm saying? So y'all really need to, man, just take the time, man, and look into some of the things that y'all are consuming out here, man, as far as foods, man, because it's an agenda being pushed, y'all, and you know what I'm saying, these people are out here trying to do some major damage, man, and major control. So you know what I'm saying? Another thing I want to talk about, man, is a lot of these restaurants, man, and a lot of these, especially fast food restaurants, man. You know, me personally, I don't do fast food at all, man. I cut that out like years ago. You know what I'm saying? Once I found out what's in a lot of that fast food, man, and once I found out about some of the things they put in those foods, man, that just kind of killed everything for me, man. But I do want to touch on, you know, service, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of times, man, you know, I go to a lot of different places, man, and a lot of different restaurants, man. And, you know, you go in there, man, and you know what I'm saying? The service is horrible, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm inspiring these youngsters, man, to have better service skills, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially in y'all communities, man, because it just ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying? You go somewhere trying to get you something real good to eat, man, and experience that kind of service, man, to where, you know, if you order something, everything that you've ordered on your food ain't on your food, man. Your food look like a sloppy peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something, man. You know, the customer service is horrible, man. You know what I'm saying? Bad attitudes, man, all type of crazy stuff, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Man, y'all need to get it together, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type, you know, if I come through your area or come to your spot, you know what I'm saying? You know, trying to order something, man, or in regards to food or whatnot, you know, if I pull up, man, and you want some silly shit, man, then, you know, hey, I'm pulling off on you, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't even been to some of these places to where, man, you know, you pull up, man, and you even purchase your food, man. The people that they hire, man, this at the drive-through or, you know, on the inside of the place, man, can't even count, can't even give you the correct change back, man. So, man, y'all need to step y'all game up out here, man, because it's looking horrible on our end out here, dude. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it makes a lot of people want to drive further to other places in order to get good service, man. And I think that we can do a better job to where we can keep our people coming to see our own people in our places of work and places where we serve people and stuff like that, man. So, man, just get y'all shit together, man, because it ain't looking good out here, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just letting you know, I'm pulling off on you. If I pull up and you ain't got it together, I'm pulling off on you. Believe that. Man, I want to get on this next subject, man. About Reverend Al Sharpton, man. You know what I'm saying? This is another important topic that I wanted to talk about. Reportedly, man, Al Sharpton, man, was a undercover CI7 confidential informant, man, for the FBI. The Secret Life of Reverend Al Sharpton, man, as a CI7 confidential informant. Number 7 was based on hundreds of pages of confidential FBI affidavits, documents released by the Bureau in response to Freedom of Information Act requests, court records, and extensive interviews with 6 members of an FBI, NYPD squad, and other law enforcement officials.
The Reverend Al Sharpton is denying reports that he was an FBI informant. Documents on the Smoking Gun website show that Sharpton recorded conversations with New York crime bosses during the 1980s. He reportedly was known as Confidential Informant Number 7. But Sharpton says he was a victim. He says he called the FBI after he was threatened. Sharpton admitted recording some conversations, but said he was never told he was an informant.
The Reverend Al Sharpton is revealing how he worked with the FBI in the mid-1980s. The TV host and activist said yesterday that he did record conversations with alleged mobsters. The Smoking Gun website has documents calling Sharpton a confidential informant for the Bureau. At a news conference yesterday, Sharpton insisted he wasn't a rat.
In my own mind, I was not an informant. I was not and am not a rat. I was never told I was an informant with a number. So in my own mind, I was not an informant. I was cooperating with investigations. The conversations were recorded, and I would record them today if somebody threatened me.
After all these years, the Reverend Al Sharpton admits he was an FBI informant.
Sharpton also stated that his cooperation with the FBI agents was limited to efforts to prompt investigations of drug dealing in minority communities and swindling of black music artists in the recording industry. Now, what y'all think about this, man? You know, we've all known about people like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and of course, man, if y'all go back during the Ferguson situation in Ferguson, Missouri, man, when Mike Brown, you know, laid his life to rest, man, from the police there and whatnot. Them dudes up there actually ran him out of there, man. They actually ran Jesse Jackson out of Ferguson, man. And in a later video, I might touch back on that, man, so I can actually show y'all a video on that, man. But at the end of the day, man, these dudes have been around for a long time, man. They've been around in mainstream media, whatnot, man, when it comes to certain circumstances of African Americans in this country, man. And you call these type of dudes y'all leaders. You know what I'm saying? You got people that look up to these type of people, man. And the whole time these people are posing as undercovers and agents and stuff like that, man. And I think that shit is pitiful, man. And it needs to be a better job done political wise too, man. You know, the whole political, the wave need to be completely changed, man, because at the end of the day, with this political thing, yeah, you know, they coming out communities and they want us to support them or whatnot, man. But you know, if they do get the chair or win the election or whatnot, man, then it's like, shit, I'm in here now, man. Shit, I'll holler at y'all, because the whole thing was not in our best interest to begin with. They mission is just to get next to the man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping it real. You know, you can be offended by that or whatever the case, man. But hey, again, you know what I'm saying? This show right here, man, is for open-minded people, man, and people that'll look at the world from another point of view and use logic when they looking at stuff, man. Because it's pitiful out here, man. You know, these people out here, man, are capitalizing off of y'all, man, and y'all don't even know it, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'll come back to that later, man. But yeah, man, Reverend Al Sharpton, man, you know what I'm saying? CI7 confidential agent for the FBI, man. You know, back in his prime, and I'm sure further than that, it stretches further than that, man. But another thing, man, you know, I want to talk about, man, last but not least, is the Nipsey Hussle mystery, man. You know what I'm saying? I call it the Nipsey Hussle mystery because this thing, man, was a complete mysterious case, man, in my eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, I'm not gonna talk too much about this, man. You know, it's really twisted, man. You know what I'm saying? It kind of remind me of the Tupac and Biggie case, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that was going on with that, and that's still unsolved until this day. But the real people that have their third eye open, man, and that they really understand what's going on in this world, man, and behind the curtains of everything that's being pulled along with these puppets out here, man, knows what sacrifice mean. I'm just gonna say the word sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sacrifices being made, and they give it to us on a silver platter, man, and expect us to believe everything that they, in quote, say happened.
Look how this paramedic person is pumping the chest. Now watch it. I got it in slow-mo now. Look at, he's not pumping anything, buddy. You gonna tell me I got to overlook this, man? Because you might admire this person as a star and as a person that did good for the neighborhood. It was all a psyop, partner. Take a look at it. Look at the gloves on these dudes. Got on white gloves, man. Look at the glove. You seen it? I'm going to pause this for you because we ain't finna keep going through this. We're going to see what character of a person you truly are when you're looking at this truth here. Now, do you see that glove right there? Look at the glove. As his knees, man, look at his left knee and look up. Look at the glove he just got through touching this person's head with. Now we're going to go back. Okay? This person was just touching what appears to be Nipsey Hussle's body. He was pumping the chest here. This person got shot 5 times in the chest, right? Okay, we finna see. This person was supposedly pumping the chest that he wasn't pumping. I just showed you that. We're going to go back many times as we need to. Because I'm not finna look at this and have you people coming on here telling me I'm crazy. I'm a real street gorilla, man. I turned my life around, man. I done seen this stuff up close and personal, partner. I gang bang too, man. You know what I mean? I'm 40 years old, man. I grew up when there wasn't no cameras, partner. Now, this person ain't got no blood on his hand. Look, you see his hands clearly. We're going to go back again, Ron. If he pumping the chest of a person that got hit with 6 slugs, it's going to be plenty of blood on his hand. He not pumping the chest. You see this clearly. Now, we finna see this person turn away. This is a whole psyop, man. You don't see no blood nowhere. You don't see no blood. Look at that. Come on, man. You don't see no blood. Where's the blood on the back of the head? Where's the blood? That'll be on the back of the head right there. Where this person head getting pulled in this ambulance at, man. It will be leaking. Okay, now look. Do you see any blood on that white glove on the left side of this crisis actor's hand, bruh? We talking real street stuff here, man. You understand? This ain't no Hollywood chump junk here, man. Where I'm from, man, the person gonna get knelt, man. You gonna see this, man. I done seen people throwing up Jello in the streets, man. Got their noodles knocked off, bruh. Believe this. I done been standing next to my homie, and we got fired at, and they hit my homie and missed me. Blood nearly squirt on my clothes. I was so close to this person. If a person gets shot, boy, they gonna be leaking 5 times in the chest, once in the head. They gonna be leaking, playboy. You see this person's chest right there? Do you see it? You see any blood on his chest or anywhere? Come on, man.
And another thing, man, that I'm kind of like really tripping on is that, you know, this dude, man, been having music out for some time, man, and it seems like everything is in reverse, is backwards, man, because, you know, until this dude got murdered, man, you know what I'm saying, or so-called got murdered or whatnot, and then all of a sudden after he's murdered or whatnot, then that's when everybody wants to jump on this man's bandwagon as far as his music and supporting his music.
Realizing his impact more and more since he died, well, and you know,
we know what's crazy because his music done went up 2,000%. Right. I mean, they're playing them on every radio now. A lot of these songs we've been made.
And my question is why are we so backwards, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't support can't support nobody when they actually in fruition of doing something or doing their thing, man. And again, that's the only way that we're gonna be able to gain economically, man, is by bouncing off of each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Supporting each other, supporting business amongst each other, whatnot, man. But unfortunately, that's not the case. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, okay, after this man's death or whatnot, man, then everybody wants to support Nipsey Hussle, man. And that's really sad, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that's really sad, man, for people to actually support you and support your product or support what you got going on after you leave this planet, man. That's really sad. And last but not least, man, I'm also, man, gonna talk about some other things that I see or that I have saw with this whole Nipsey Hussle thing, man. Is that a lot of other people, man, with this whole thing come out of the woodworks, man, for like capital gain for publicity, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you utilizing this whole mystery, man, for capital gain, and I think that that's really disturbing too, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, they had a lot of stuff going on up in California, man. You know, the Nation of Islam came out, you know, with the FOI and stuff like that, man, and you know, represented, and then, you know, you had the funeral, man. You know, the Honorable Louis Minister Farrakhan, you know, spoke. You know, people like Snoop Dogg and other musical artists and stuff like that spoke, man.
The physical life of the brother is gone, but the spiritual life of Nipsey Hussle, Ermias Asghedon, lives on and on and on and up and up and up, and we will fly away with him to a brighter tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.
If you really look at that closely, man, you know, it's kind of like, to me, man, you know, you bring the soldiers out, man, and capitalize on a situation like this, man. You know what I'm saying? When it's somebody's name, but you know, we got other stuff and other shit that's going on around the world on a day-to-day basis of local people in different cities all around the world, man, that's happening and whatnot, man. And ain't nobody capitalizing on nothing. It's just another tragedy, or it's just another killing from the enforcements that be. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't feeling that, man. I'm just keeping it real with you. I ain't feeling that capital gain of publicity, man, off of a mess like this, man. So, you know, peace, man, to the hustle, man, to the Nipsey Hussle thing, man. But like I said, there's a lot of phony shit that went down with that, man, and a lot of disrespectful shit that went down with that too, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of these people, man, that are using capital gain, man, you know, I see them as puppets. You know what I'm saying? Puppets, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go no farther than that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna let y'all use y'all open eye, man, and see what's really going on behind the scenes with this, man. And you know, for right now, man, you know, like I said, you know, Nashville, man, is a very growing city or whatnot, man. And to all of my Aboriginal people, in quote African American people, man, you know, it's time to get y'all game together, man, because it's time for us to capitalize on something, man, and build some things, you know, and come together and build a lot of stuff, man. And again, man, you know, the draft, man, brought a lot of people to this city. I think the first part of the draft, man, it was between 20 to 25,000.
It's officially draft day. Nashville has been preparing for well over a month as the NFL draft puts our city in the spotlight. News Channel 5's Jesse Knutson is live downtown with more on it. Jesse, what's going on?
Well, there's a lot of excitement down here, I'll tell you that. They're getting the stage ready, final preparations, but soon this whole entire area will be filled with football fans, and there's already plenty out here. You can see Cardinals fans, 49er fans, Titans fans, of course, got their draft hats on. Look at that Bills jacket. There's so much fun stuff going on down here, and even the lights up there, We showed you this yesterday, but they say NFL, this town is ready to host this draft. On this side of the river, this will all be packed with people. But on the other side of the river, that's where the NFL draft experience will be. And there's so many fun things going on over there, whether it be throwing footballs around or running the 4-yard dash, getting autographs, listening to live music, just tons of fun stuff. But again, back over here on this side of the river, there's just tons of fans. You see Falcons, Broncos, everybody. All these different fans over here. Of course, plenty of Titans fans. We're seeing plenty of Titans fans out here. But if you want to be a part of the action, remember it could rain this evening, so bring out an umbrella. It has to be less than 3 feet in length. And get out your phones because you have to download the Fan Mobile Pass in order to get close to the stage. Starting at noon, you can apply to get the tickets, get in a virtual line, and hopefully get that virtual ticket to get close to the stage. But they do have TVs, speakers all the way up and down Broadway where you can watch and be a part of this whole great experience. So again, this will be packed in just a little bit. If you want to know what you can and can't bring, head to our website, newschannel5.com. But right now it's great weather. We hope that this sticks around. We'll send it back to you.
You know, it's going to be a lot of more events that's coming to this city because this city is a main attraction right now, man. But at the same time, man, y'all better wake up, man, and y'all better get y'all shit together because, you know, once they, the people that actually has the economical structure and revenue to plant things in this city, man, once they feel like that they're finished doing what they got to do or whatnot, then there's some doors that's going to start being locked and doors that's going to try to start locking people out of things, man. So y'all need to get it together now because those people are looking at this city as a gold mine at this point. And, man, I just want to say, man, you know, just want to send a shout out to everybody, man, who supports the IMGA Media Group movement, man. You know, we've been at this thing for some time. You know what I'm saying? It's continuing to do great things and it's continuing to grow. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to salute, man, and send a shout out to y'all, man, and send a shout out to all the real people, man. And like I said, you know, this show is very, you know, confidential, man. You know, just open, man. You know what I mean? Unadulterated, man. So, you know, maybe later on down the line we'll start back taking callers or whatnot, man. But at this point, the information needs to get out there, man, to y'all, man. And I'm doing my best to put it out there for y'all, man. So, also remember to follow us on Twitter at the IMGA Media Group and at IMGA Radio, and also on YouTube at the Independent Media Group Association. And if you previously missed any of our shows, you know, just check us out, man. You know what I'm saying? We're now on SoundCloud at the IMGA Media Group. If you the audio type of guy, audio type of girl, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like to listen to informative things like while y'all at work or something like that, man. So feel free to tune in on SoundCloud.com at the IMGA Media Group. And until then, man, y'all stay tuned for more to come only on the Rush Hour 2.0. And I'm out, man. Y'all be safe out there.